Hi everybody. So this is a casual Q&A live with Shiva, right? I'm just eating my almonds. So nice. So I just want to talk, like, if you have any questions about me, personal questions, professional questions, anything related to your emotional intelligence or my story, you can ask. And we can just casually talk so that you will know more about me, right? You can ask in the comment, like even if you are watching this replay, you can feel free to DM me and ask in the comments with the hashtag replay. So recently, one of my mentees asked me this question. So when you give birth to your children, you will raise them very well, right? They will be so emotionally intelligent. They will be like very successful. You will teach them every day. You will be a great mentor to your children. Is that how things will be in your future life, right? I instantly felt this answer in my heart that children, they actually don't learn from what we preach, right? Even when we were children, they said many things to learn, but we didn't learn everything. We observe everything. So even when we are adults, right? We observe more than what a person is saying. We observe and try to reciprocate, reflect, or even repeat what they do. I told my mentee that I will just live my life, my dream life. I will progress towards my success, my dreams in my own wonderful ways, just like how I went to Goa, how I went to Thailand, how I quit my job, how I found my passion and purpose. So I have many more dreams in my life. So I will just progress towards that one by one, and my children will learn from that. So I just shared you this because I just wanted to give you an example, like what kind of questions you want to ask me. So feel free to ask me. So in personal life, people ask me question like, my age. People think I'm 18 or 17 if I wear shorts, but I'm actually 30. I'm 1993 born. I'm born on December 20, 1993. But if people judge me with my appearance, they think that I am 17 or 18. And sometimes even like, they ask me, which school are you studying? I jokingly answer, life. Anyways, so whoever is there in the live can ask me any other question. So then I'll say something interesting about me. What is the most interesting thing about me? Yeah, seriously, 30. It's okay. Even if there are less people in the life, it's okay. Even if one person is getting impacted with something I say, I'll feel fulfilled. Numbers doesn't mean a lot. Quality means something, right? And it was also the live on short notice, so people doesn't have their reminder on. It's okay with most people. It's advantage for you that you're here one on one or with just few people. You can ask me if you have any questions. So I was saying, like, what's the most interesting thing about me? I think I am very sensitive. I'm very sensitive. Before 2019, I thought it's like a curse or something on me that I'm very sensitive. But eventually, I realized that it's one of my strengths to be super empathetic towards people. And now it's a great advantage in my career. I love it. For example, I can feel your pain as my pain. I can literally feel that it's mine. Right? If you have some emotional issues you're dealing with, my mind immediately goes, okay, this person has to do this to solve this, and then they will be free. So it helps me in that way, in my career. So personally, what's the most interesting thing about me? Just personal and not professional. I think it's just me. right? I follow my dreams. I follow my dreams. I'm kind of adamant. You know, if you ask my mom, she would say she's adamant because I know the life truths after being, the rock bottom during 2019. I realized like, I have to live my life for myself. You know, I'm done being a good person to my mom, my dad, my family, relatives, or the society, and I have not been a very good person to my own dreams and intuitive desires that I have got. So since then, I'm more adamant and I make decisions to make my dreams happen one by one. Mm. And I have not been like this brave or this happy, this optimistic like I'm today. I was a very anxious, shy person. I was a very shy kid. Okay. Um, Currently, I'm living a life where I am very authentic, so that there is so much freedom in my life. And this was not born overnight. Okay, I used to be not so authentic in my childhood because I thought like I was like brown and ugly and I'm not beautiful enough, so I wanted more friends. So I used to create stories about my life, and I used to say that it's all made up. And after getting out of the school, I decided, you're I should not lie at all because it's not freedom to maintain life. Since then, like I can't lie, and even if I do, people will figure it out. So I'm that kind of a person today. Hmm. I'm very glad, like even when I got in touch with one of my school friends, they didn't come up with all those stories. What is your profession now? Wow, what a question! I am an emotional intelligence mentor. I help people overcome anxiety, depression, sadness, grief, loss, OCD, work stress, relationship conflicts, traumas from their childhood that is stopping them from living their happy life today. I help them overcome that in a 30-minute call to a 3-day session, to a 30-day session, or a 3-week session, or in 3 months. I just help them change their life for better. And I consider my work to be very, very noble, so close to my heart. I'm very, very grateful that I found what I'm naturally good at. So there's a comment. Then I have all the problems that you said. Oh, I used to have all the problems too. Okay, we can discuss about it. OCD. So if I have to say OCD, it's not just cleaning OCD. OCD is not just cleaning. Okay, people think that OCD is something where it is only about cleaning. You have to have everything organized. That's not OCD. That is just the tip of the iceberg of OCD. OCD can be anything that a person is so obsessive about and they kind of create their own world and live in it. I used to have that in 2018 and 2019 and I overcame that in 2020. My OCD was something like omens related. You know how, there is like, different omens in every culture, literally. Especially in India, Tamil Nadu, there are many omens. Like, if a black cat crosses, it means something negative. Or if you see a dead person or a dead body crossing you this way or this way, it means something. It's omen. Omens, they call it omens, right? So I used to have a omen sort of OCD. So after a while, what I did is I started noticing the patterns around because I'm naturally very skilled at being an observing person. So I observe everything that is happening around and I observe the patterns very easily. So I started observing the patterns of omens that is happening in my life, customized. If I put my bun, bun people wear the bun in their hair. If I put it clockwise, then that day would be lucky. Or if I wear this green dress, I will get S grade in that exam during my engineering. Mind me, I was a topper in my school and college days. Like I got university rank. And still more than my own efforts and self-confidence, I believe in omens and patterns in the world. So it was chaotic. Like there will be some exam, and if that dress is in laundry, imagine the stress that I have gone through. So that is, like OCD, like something we are obsessive about, and it stops us from being freely living our life. Today, I don't care about anything actually. Okay, that would be like a bit of overconfidence, but that is true. I'm so free. After overcoming OCD, my life is so blissful. It was so blissful. I'm so free and happy. See, eating almonds. So what do you guys do? You tell me, Vinod. You tell me, Rahul. What do you guys do? What is your profession? Where are you from? I'm from Chennai currently. I came to Chennai this January. Before that, I was in Thailand for 2 months. And before that, I was in my parents' home at Ambattur for like 5 to 6 months, and I had some allergies. I was dealing with it and preparing to go to Thailand. And before that, I was in Goa for 13 months. And before that, I lived in Thambram alone, independently alone on my own for 13 months. Mechanical engineer from Tirupur, very nice. Hi, people joining. This is just a casual Q&A. You can ask me everything about professional and personal life. I'll be answering all the questions. I guess it is deconnected. My time limit in my phone was stopping. Do you have a time limit for like using apps? In iPhone, there's a feature. Every 15 minutes, I'll be reminded that I'm using the app for 15 minutes. Then I have option to continue or to go away from that. And I just did that. So what do you want to know about me? You can tell me. Personally, interesting thing about me is that I enjoy every little thing in my life. I was not like this before, but now I'm a person I enjoy every little damn thing that I can live to the fullest. While eating these almonds, I'm enjoying like the taste, the feeling, the memory getting attached to it while doing this live. It's so beautiful. I enjoy every little thing, and it's super attractive for many people around. They'll be stunned sometimes like this is such a small thing. How do you enjoy this? Why not? It's fun, right? So I'll tell you why I went to Goa. Okay, the story of me going to Goa. Hmm. I was living in Tambaram alone. In that home, suddenly it was present because I was on my own. I was living away from my parents. I had enough money. I had good vegetarian vegan food very near to my home. I took my lunch box. I would get the food. I come back home. I water lunch box, and I had good routine. There's also the phase when I started focusing on myself. I had so much time for myself. After a while, being in that home started becoming difficult. The neighbor grandma started yelling at her grandchild, who's just 1 or 2 years old, so badly. So I wanted to get out of that place. And I was also just working from home then while I was living in Tambaram, Chennai, all alone independently, even though my parents were in the same city. Situations around me started becoming tough. And remember, challenges arise only when you have a desire. If you don't have a desire, you can just live doing the same things again and again, not expecting different results. But when we desire something and when we focus on that, like when we focus that we want to live that, we start having tough situations and challenges. It's just like life's way of communicating to us that, I'm giving you a challenge so that you will eventually go towards your dream life. And that is what happened. So I started looking for places in other parts of Chennai, like Adayar, Besant Nagar, Anna Nagar, to rent a calm and peaceful home where there would be no like people who are like yelling or like that, right? So I started looking for homes in Chennai and I couldn't find one at all. Either there was some other child that I couldn't bear, or it just didn't feel like. So I was going through this problem and suddenly I got an intuitive idea. Anyways, I'm working from home. Why not move to some other city all over India. And what is the most exciting city in India? Goa. So I started looking for rooms in Goa. I didn't get it. Then I remembered one of my friends told me, like, if you want something, you can look for it in FB groups. So I started typing, like, Goa roommate or home for rent. Mind me, I don't know Hindi. Even now, I don't know Hindi. And food is different in Goa than it is in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, right? So I was this, crazy kind of a person looking for opportunities to be independent and to practice bravery. So while I was looking for opportunities to practice bravery, this idea came across. And while I was scrolling through the FB groups, I found a person who has posted a post that one of the rooms in one home in Goa is vacant and you can come, and it's just like rent was also like just 10K rupees or something. And I started speaking to that person and I made the advance deposit very soon and I moved. So I moved to Goa around like March 8, 2022. And on March 21st, 2022, I resigned my job. Like I, submitted my papers to resign. And it was completely unplanned. It was a summer solace or a winter solace day. I think it's summer solace day because it was in the month of March. I just woke up and I realized meetings with my clients, while I was doing this mentoring thing for part-time, that meetings are so blissful and I don't want to sit in the corporate office meetings. On that day, from morning till 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., I was just thinking, shall I send the mail or not? Shall I send the mail or not? And then by 5 p.m., I just sent it to my manager that, please come from today, just let me go and I'll just serve the notice period for 2 or 3 months and I will just leave. And I did that eventually. I did leave my job. And since then, my life only gets better and better. And of course, since I had more desires to reach more people and serve more people, I started getting challenges. But I didn't give up. I kept trying slowly, steadily. I kept trying and trying. And today I can see that all those efforts are so worth it. And Goa is so beautiful. And one of the main reasons why I moved to Goa is because I wanted to overcome the fear of what others think of me. Goa is a place which is perceived as a place where people go and just drink and do drugs or, party all night. I am a completely teetotaler. I don't drink alcohol. I can't, literally. And I don't like it. And I don't smoke. I don't even eat spices. Like, I don't even eat green chili or red chili because it is not so healthy for the intestines, for me, for my body type, and for my health. So I wanted to overcome that fear. Like, what if people label me that, I'm a drunk here or something just because I go to Goa? So I went to Goa. I lived there for 13 months and I didn't worry about it. And the part I focused while living in Goa is the nature part. So many beautiful beaches, so many birds. The variety of birds in Goa during summer? Oh my God. I'll be just sleeping in the morning around 6 a.m. or something. Some bird will be like, doing something with the AC, there's a window AC, something, those birds will be pecking out, building a nest or something. And with that sounds, I wake up while I was living in Goa. I lived in Goa from March 2022 till March 2023. For 13 months I lived there. So the variety of birds in Goa is amazing. And I wonder why people don't even talk about it, right? They're focused on other party parts. And during Christmas and New Year, it's so beautiful. It has a lot of pine trees. And I live near a place which had a big park behind my home. I was staying in. And there was this Miramar beach, which was just 10 minutes away. So it was like so blissful. And guess what happened after living that? After 4 or 5 months, I got bored of beaches. Till then, I was a beach girl, right? Or a beach woman, whatever. And after that, beaches got boring, and I never expected that. There was a big learning, a realization that you can desire and dream for something, and when it happens, it's normal. It's so normal, and it's not exciting anymore after a while. But when we make those dreams happen, we also become stronger, braver, and closer to who we are really meant to be. And I loved my Goa days, definitely. After 4 or 5 months, I was like dragging, looking for opportunities to switch even in between Goa. And then I realized, so for me, I saw all the beaches, I saw all the trees, I saw all the river there, birds there, and it got boring after a while. So I didn't have much to see in it. So I moved out of Goa. I stayed in South Goa for like few days before I left Goa completely to Chennai. Then I came back to Chennai. While I came back, I got an allergy. I lost my ability to smell for like a month or two. It was because of a sinus or an allergy. It was not even clear. It was during last year. There was this viral allergy spreading. So that happened. So to say more personal things about me, I'm single, happily alone, and I am open to dating only since last year March. So what happened before that? I was super shy till I was like 14 or 15, and then super anxious, stressed, kind of depressed till I was like 26 with all the society pressures to do the exams well in school, college, at work. So I was dealing with that. Till I was 26, I talked with like few guys, and there was this one guy I talked the most closely. But eventually, I realized that he had wrong intentions with me and not truly to be in a relationship with me. And I stopped talking to that guy. That was like around when I was like 21 or 22. That was like 2015 or 16. Post that, I was depressed till 2019. And then from 2020, I started working on my mindset, my inner work, how to become happy, how to be peaceful, how to do what I love to do. So I was hunting on knowing all those answers vigorously. I was looking for such answers. And I learned investing 6,000 plus hours. I'm so happy I have all the answers now that I once craved for. I used to have questions like, why me? What did I do wrong? That or this. You can go through my transformation stories. I have given the highlights in mentorshiva.com. Even if you type mentorshiva.com today, this June 2024, it would redirect to mentorshiva.com/about. So I have given about my story there. You can go through it. You can also feel free to talk to me if you feel like if you have any negative emotions, if you want to focus on your emotional well-being, feel free to schedule a call with me. The link is in bio. And talk to me. The first initial consultation is free. It's free because I wanted to provide a safe space that I myself once longed for. I couldn't trust anybody before. But imagine me trusting myself to be able to go to Goa, Thailand, solo travel, solo stay, all on my own. None of the people in the world helped me do it. I helped myself do it. I am my biggest ever motivator and supporter. And this way, life is so blissful. And this way, I got all my answers that I looked for. And I can share you all those answers. So you can process your emotions, traumas in healthy, structured way with me. I'll take you through that. That can happen. I can also give you some customized solutions that will help you to become who you really are, the true nature, the confident, happy, strong you. I can show you the way towards that, even in that monitor. So I was saying, so since 2020, I have been working on myself. I worked on my depression, my anxiety, my OCD, my stress, my overthinking. Oh my God. You know how overthinking was beneficial to me? So during 2019, I went to the train tracks to kill myself because I was so depressing, so hopeless. I didn't see any certainty, even a possibility, a spark of possibility for happiness. And the train tracks were very scary. And I started overthinking even that, like, what if I'm born much worse in my next life? They post pictures and all about Africa kids, they don't have food at all. And what if I'm born like that in the next life? What if I'm punished like that? So that stopped me from killing myself. So since I had no other goal other than living, I thought, anyways, I have lost everything. Or that is what I thought in my mind. Let me at least find some solutions. Why not try that? So that is how I started and looking for solutions. Started looking for free therapy sessions. It didn't work, not to a great extent. And then I started taking courses. I started doing my work sincerely. Let me at least do my work. Maybe then things will get better. So it didn't, but I didn't give up. So there was a 3 months I was like doing coding in an MNC. I was working for Cognizant, right? So I was learning this Angular for like 3 months. Every single day I made it office. Even on Sunday and Saturday I was working 13, 14 hours every day in the same chair I was sitting. I had my food there. I was working vigorously learning. I gave my 100%, and then lockdown happened. I was taken out of the project. I had nothing to learn or work for. So I started working on myself. I started reading this book called Eat, Pray, Love. It helped me overcome my habit of uncontrollably crying. I was like, if somebody triggered me, I would cry for half an hour or 1 hour continuously. I couldn't just stop it. I was like that. So that happened, and then I started working on myself. And over the time, I realized the secret for happy life and over the time, I realized the secret for happy life is to do more of what you love to do. Right? If you are giving 8 hours of our time and effort and energy into something, and it gives us so much joy, imagine doing that for every damn single day in your life for the rest of your life. I was searching for questions. I was looking for so many answers. Right? How to be happy, how to be peaceful. Every book, every mentor, coach I learned from, they all said almost the same thing. You have to do more of what you like to do. So I like personal growth. I like emotional intelligence a lot. I like psychology. I like cognitive behavioral therapy. Everything with the mind, I like it, and actually I'm skilled at observing patterns. So I use it in my work today. So when we do more of what we love to do, that gives us energy. So when I was working in MNC, that work was draining me. I didn't like that work. I did it because everyone else was doing it. And I was not good at coding at all. 0. Maybe I can say on 10 if I work really hard, maybe I can come up to 4 or 5. But I didn't even have spark of passion in it. I just did it because I had to, because everyone else is. And it did not make me happy at all. I was lost, I was depressed, following the crowd blindly like a sheep, right? But there has always been this black sheep inside me. So eventually I came out, I quit my job, I realized I'm skilled at observing patterns of people, and I'm empathetic, I'm sensitive to others' pain, so that when I take their pain and when I have the skills to help them think better, be better, and overcome their trauma, boom, that can be monetized. And it's aligned with my passion, my purpose, my skills, my talent, what I'm naturally good at. Talking, I'm naturally good at talking, so it is also part of that. So after that, actually, I didn't know that I would end up in this career, right? I was just focusing on healing myself first. That's how I started. I started reading books, taking courses, invested a lot of amount, 20 lakhs in rupees, 6,000 plus hours. I think now it would have amounted to 7,000. I have to calculate. 30, 32 plus courses, events that I go to place where people even gather and they learn. And I did it to heal myself first. And over the time, I realized that I can suggest answers to others. I remember then during, I think during June 2021, there was this guy who was a friend. He was going through a breakup. I was speaking to him, and in just 20-minute calls with me, he came out of the depression, of that breakup. So that made me realize, wow, I'm skilled. So then I started taking professional certifications, which is accredited by ICF, NCC, and then I completed the certification like Many people have taken that like 200 or 300, and I came as the top one because I'm so passionate about it. Like I cannot stop myself from doing it. I did that, and then I started getting clients from Jan 2022 paid. Someone wants to be in the light. So I completed my certification around 2022, and then I started getting clients from Jan 2022. Before that, I coached like few people for free, and then I started charging $500 for like 3 months one on one, and then it's like $1,000 now for one on one. For group coaching, it's less now. And once I worked on myself, and then setting up a career that makes me feel joy, which fuels my energy, which makes me happy, then I opened myself to dating. So only since like March 2023, I'm open to dating. It is like I haven't even gone to the dating stages yet with anybody. I'm just talking and talking, right? The first ever guy I talked with the intention to get into a relationship or a marriage is a German guy. And I met him in Facebook. So I was just talking, and I realized that I like luxury, and I'm leading my life towards that, and he is not at all aligned to that. So we can happily stop. Then after that, I was like fed up, and I just got my allergy. I told you, and then I was working on that and coming out of that, and then again during like September or October 2023, I started talking to men again to see the like potential guys, or at least know more about myself, how I am. I know all the knowledge, how things work in relationship. So how am I in practice? I got to see it. I started talking to guys. I started knowing more of my attachment or anxiety or avoidant patterns. I realized how bravely I should be aligned to my values and say yes or no when I feel like, and not settle for less than what I deserve at all. And not adjust my timing to others, right? Never settle for less. So these are the lessons I have learned in dating, like not dating, I would say like talking to many guys. I have lost the count. I have literally lost the count now. So before going to Thailand, I think I was talking with like 50 guys. Like when I went to Thailand, I started talking to many Western men. So they were all in holiday mood there, right? So I had to set my boundaries, like no hug, no kiss, no holding hands, nothing. I'm just talking to know if we are compatible to be in a relationship and see how things goes. So whoever agreed to that, I went out with those people. We went to, with some guys, I went to mountains, waterfalls, museums. It was fun. And really, those guys were like really, really good. And some things were not aligned. So that's why we are not in talking to them. So now, currently, I'm not talking to anybody. That's because I'm just taking a break from talking and talking and talking. Maybe after a week or two, I'll start again. And even in my, astrology reading, it was said that, I will be in a relationship by this December. So stay tuned, all right? Let's see what's going to happen. And I'm looking forward to it because I have certainty that I can co-create a happy marriage. I don't talk or date anybody just like casually, randomly. I don't waste my time. I know my time is so precious. Every single minute, even if it's half an hour, instead of talking to a guy who's not aligned to me, I can just relax doing something I like, or change somebody's life in that half an hour call, or sleep. So I'm very protective of my time and energy. I give out energy, I give value, and even in my work, when I feel like intuitively this person needs this, so it will be helpful for this person. I just give it, like even when I conduct master classes, it's all intuitive. So in Thailand, I went out with many guys, like one Australian guy. I went out with him twice too. to two coffee shops, and then we stopped talking because I realized that he believes that he's so old, but he's actually not. He was just 40 or 42. Okay, I'm 30. I think age is just a number. It's the person's energy, their action taking mindset, they take action with. That is what is super attractive to me. I don't fall for ages or the appearance, right? So we didn't work out with our Australian guy. And then I went out with the guy who was from, I think, New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey. So he was not self confident in some other things. So that was kind of a big turn off to me. So I didn't continue talking to that person. Mm. Then I went out with a person who's from Hong Kong. There was so much alignment with that person. Somehow it didn't work out. It's too personal to share. With all these guys, I maintained the boundaries. And then I went out with a guy who was from, I think, US. I think it's Colorado or someplace. I don't remember. So from USA. And then I forgot. I literally, now I am in a state where I forgot. But at that time, it was like so new. When we are getting into some new things we do in our life, and we don't get something we expect, it's kind of traumatic. So I faced some traumatic moments while I was in Thailand. So to filter out guys who are just there for like randomly, well, looking for girls, and to find guys who are genuinely looking for a relationship, it was a bit of a challenge. This a lot of challenge. It sucked a lot of my time, but I learned. It helped me. That experience, I see it as a learning. It helped me come to my own track, right? To prioritize who I really am. Munching while speaking is a bad etiquette on camera or when you speak with anyone in general. That is true. I agree. It is also fine. It's okay. There's no certain like rigid rule book for life, right? Maybe I can change the angle a little. Sorry for that. Thanks for sharing. I have packed my schedule. Like from 2 p.m. I have a master class. From 3:30 I have a master class. From 5 to 7 I have a session with one of my mentee. So this is my lunchtime, and I'm okay with it. Probably that's why the guy didn't get back to you. It's fine. I believe everything happens for my high school. I trust that good things will come to me. And I live it already. Okay. And trust me, if I found a person who's like very much aligned to me, I would have not given up. So there is something that is not aligned, and that is why they live. Like you see, I'm smart enough to go after somebody and convince them. So I didn't feel like on some level it will not work out. And it's all for good, everything happens for high school. On the bright side, talking to all these guys to check compatibility if I'm going to be in a relationship with them. It will be helpful for me to share a lot of examples about how you can be confident, hold your self-worth high while trying to date a person or trying to get into a relationship, how we have to focus on how we feel first and not focus on getting validation from others. So it was an amazing experience, and I'm very proud of myself that I tried, sticking to my values, sticking to my discipline, being a teetotaler, even in Thailand. And I'm a vegan. Thailand is famous for seafood. In the street, you can see 400 dead fishes in one street. And trust me, everywhere there is non-vegetarian food. And being a vegan was quite challenging. But thank God I was not in the South Thailand, like in Bangkok or Phuket, like that. I went to the North Thailand, where it is not too touristy or not many people are there, right? So I was there and I was just, there was a lot of vegan restaurants there. Thankfully, so I went there and I tried many vegan foods. Like, do you know there is vegan pork? So they make meat out of plants, right? So in North Thailand, vegan restaurants have like super varieties. Being a woman, curing dead fishes in a row is heartbreaking. Oh. If you go to Thailand, you will see more seafoods. I'll start sharing my Thailand memories as stories in my Instagram stories very soon. I'll start like a nice highlight with my Thailand memories. There are so many beautiful moments, and also little traumas because there were so many beautiful memories in Thailand that I want to share. So far, 12 people have joined this live, and some have also left. So one person from Goa is currently attending. And you got connected to me. I think you started following me when I was in Goa, right? So now I'm in Chennai because I have my aligners, treatment to be done. Once that is done, I'm gonna go to Bali, Japan, or Thailand. I think I'll go to Japan mostly because Japan is very safe for solo traveling women. And I think by the time the state treatment will be done for me, the season will be up in Japan as well in a few months. So Japan really calls me. I'm gonna go to Japan. I think I told a lot about my personal details. If you want to know anything more personal, you can ask. But you can also come on live and talk with me something. Like a video chat. I hope you won't say like don't eat in the video chat. Very interesting question. Do you seek the potential partners to be vegan as well? I do. It will be very comfortable to kiss my future husband who has not just eaten chicken or mutton, right? So it will be very nice. However, I don't also want to be too rigid with my terms, right? If the person is great and I feel so aligned, if I feel really safe and happy with that person, and if I see a potential happy future that we both can create, I can compromise. Okay, it's not like everyone's gonna be perfect. And being vegan suits me because of my body type. I think according to Ayurveda, my body type is Pitta. So for me, it's like I'm this fire type, and being vegan calms me down. So I can't, if I eat spicy food, it kind of riles me up, and I become a angry person like I was in 2018 or 2019. So being vegan helps for me. So if that person is aligned with their more intuitive diet, and if that person is really happy, strong, and optimistic, why would I lose that person? And if they all, if he also wants me, right? And there is like after dating, talking to many men in Chennai and Thailand, wow, I can see there's like an ocean of opportunities. There are so many good men in the world. There are so many good guys, like really, really good guys. They just need more awareness. Like, for men, sometimes it's like they have to put that macho mask and not express. And I'm sure if they have a safe space, they will be themselves. And if they are constantly appreciated, they will really feel good. You know, with my mom and dad, my mom like criticizes my dad a lot. And he kind of enjoys that. And it's like their kind of love language. But for me, I want a partner who's like equal to me. We nurture each other, we grow together, or we child together. That's beautiful, right? There are so many good people in the world. So, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. This is really interesting. You know, when some people ask me questions, I get energy so much. I don't know from where I get all that energy from. Even during last week, I was fasting since Friday night and I didn't eat anything. And I conducted a master class, two master classes, one in English and then in Tamil. Last Sunday, I was so tired. I was like bit of like, you know, this numb feeling you have in the fingers. I was having that. I was feeling a little low. And the moment I saw questions, I don't know where I got the energy because I'm so passionate about serving, you know, to help people improve their emotional intelligence. It just, I cannot stop myself. I cannot resist myself from doing it. That's why I quit my ID job. So that's what we have to find. That is where our passion focuses. Something that you cannot stop yourself from doing. Do more of that. If it's fish for you, do more of fish. What are interesting things I can say? I'm currently living in OMR Chennai in a very nature-rich environment. It's like Casa Grande, if you know that community. So one of the communities, of course, I'm not going to say the name of the community because you might come here, but there's a gated community. Still, you can't get in without my approval. So it's a villa. I'm living in a villa. It's a 3 BHK villa, duplex villa. So I'm living in the ground floor, and my flatmate is living in the first floor. And he's a male person, and he is just my flatmate. That could be another interesting fact. If you have any questions on that, you can ask. So feel free to DM me. Okay? I finished my almonds. If you have any questions, if you feel like asking or sharing anything, feel free to DM me. If you feel like if you have a lot of emotions in you, that is in you and you have not expressed it, and you want to express your suppressed emotion in healthy and structured ways, feel free to schedule a call with me. The link is in my bio. Read my story. Go through my testimonials. mentorsiva.com/about. mentorsiva.com/testimonials. You can see about my work, you can see about my story, you can see about my client story, right? And initial first consultation is for free. There is nothing to risk. Literally, it's all confidential. It's a safe space. I provide a safe space, which is what I once longed for. So it will all be private and confidential. You need not worry about that at all. That's it for now. So see you guys. Thank you for everyone who has joined the live. I guess like 14 or 15% people joined and left. And I will share this recording so that if you can come back. I'm here. I'm here to serve, to help you become emotionally intelligent and live your happy life freely. You know how freedom-filled life is? It's like you breathe finally, like so light, easy. That life is possible. And I can show you the way. Schedule the call with me. See you soon.